Yo, what's good, YouTube? It is Forex DHS back with another video, y'all. And look, in today's video, I'll react to Alex G. Trading Forex bought me a $2.3 million car collection. Bro got the Porsche, Ferrari, Maybach truck, if I'm not mistaken, Lambo, Rolls Royce, Lambo. Tesla truck, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot the name of it, but BMW, and if I'm not mistaken, this is a Hellcat. Either Hellcat or I was finna call it the Bumblebee. Bro, what's the other called? Hellcat or Scat Pack. Scat Pack. So, hey man, as y'all do know, I usually do reaction like this on my AlWavy Live channel, but since this deals with Forex, and I do want to do like more reaction channels, I want to do more reactions on this channel, like to Forex podcasts, things of this sort, because I'm big on cars. Right now, currently I have a 2021 Camry that I did buy off YouTube with my channel called Digital Hustlers, which I have 24,000 actually, 24.1k subscribers on there, and pretty much that's how I got my car off YouTube. So with that being said, trading is what's gonna give me that supercar. As y'all do know, McLaren 720S is my dream car, and that's what I'm gonna get in the near future. So yeah, let's go ahead and react to the video.
$2.3 million car collection, and I'm extremely happy to share with you guys because it's taken me a very long time to get it, and come from Dunkin' Donuts to nothing. There's a lot that I've achieved, so I want to share my cars with you guys, my favorite features, what I don't like, and from top to bottom. So let's go. Oh, and by the way, they're like 10, 11 cars, so make sure you watch all the way to the end. All right, guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing my $2.3 million car collection. So I'm going to rate them from my favorites to obviously my least favorite. I'm going to talk about the pros, the cons, my best experience, my worst.
Bro, I'm sorry, bro. I have to pause it. We only 37 seconds in, but this shit just reminds me of GTA, bro. Like trading, like that's what I realized with trading, right? Like trading, you're really risking money for money. So it's going to get to a point, like it's going to be like literally like a money glitch, bro. Like right now, I'm currently up $100 on the trade. Like no bullshit, right? $100 on the trade, but it's gonna get to a point that I'm gonna be up almost 100K. Well, let me start off with 1,000. Right? I'm gonna be up $1,000 a day, which I already have done, right? $1,000 within a day. Then it's gonna get to 10,000 within a day. Then it's gonna get to 100,000 within a day. Then it's gonna get to $1 million within a day that I can trade, bro. I just turned 21, bro. I'm literally a day into being 21. So just knowing this at 20 years old, bro, for the amount of time that I did, and me being 21 now, and knowing what this year has in front of me, like, oh, I don't know, of course, but I know it's gonna be a lot of good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it just makes me feel so good and proud of myself, because it's like, bro, like I already know this is coming from myself too. You know what I'm saying? But let me show y'all right now on the trade currently. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I'm up $100 on the trade. You know what I'm saying? $100 on the trade. So yeah. Right now, currently on the channel, we have 626 subscribers. I appreciate everyone that has been supporting, commenting as well. I am gonna go back and go ahead and reply to all of y'all and so on and so forth, right? But let's get back into the video.
How much it cost me, and honestly, what I really think about it overall. And by the way, I am not going to be listing them in order. That's just boring, defeats the purpose of the video. So it's gonna be random, what car is my favorite and my least favorite. But we're going to start off with my least favorite car, which is this Chevy Camaro.
I even see that one.
What is this?
It's a V6.
It's a V6, right? Well, whatever the fuck this is, it is my least favorite car. So we got this car originally to sell in the woods, but actually one of the guys on my team ended up really liking it.
What do you say?
It's a V6, right? Well, whatever the fuck this is, it is my least favorite car. So we got this car originally to sell in the woods, but actually favorite car. So we got this car originally to sell in the woods, but actually one of the guys on my team ended up really liking it, and then we just kind of like gave it to him. So This is my least favorite car. What we just do
I
with
ain't
this
hear
car
what he
is just
said.
burnouts. As you guys can see back over here, we have completely blown out the back fender. Because when we do the burnouts, the tire pops and then it just slashes out the fender. We lost this gas cap because we were throwing cones at it as we were doing donuts. And you guys might think, this car does donuts? Yes. Why? Well, because it is a 6-speed manual transmission. So we popped the fuck out of the clutch of this thing. And
My bad, y'all. I
sometimes it
just
doesn't
missed a
turn on, so
call
we
from
run
my
around
social
with
media
cables on it.
director.
And honestly, it's a
I had
cool
to tell him
fun
that I'm
car
reacting
for
to a
the
video
budget,
right now.
but it's not something that
Call
I would
back when I'm
ever
done.
drive outside of a warehouse kind of thing like this, where we can just do like degenerate stuff. So this car is fun, but it's like sketchy. So the things that I hate about this car is going to be the way it drives, the transmission, and the steering wheel. The steering wheel on this thing is ginormous. So I hate how big the steering wheel is. I feel like I'm in a truck, and you can see how dirty this shift knob is.
To get started in data analytics, you don't need previous experience
starting
or a
with
degree.
ads,
The
bro.
Google Data Analytics Certificate.
All right, so this is usually what we get this car
Yo,
for.
this nigga
We don't really give a shit about it. It is my number 11 on the list. These other ones are gonna be a lot funner. Oh, and by the way, the price of this car was like $20,000, I think. I have no idea.
20,000.
So it'd be my number 11 on the list. I give it
Man, I
an
paid more for
overall
mine.
6 out of 10 because it is reliable, I can't even lie, and it is fun, but honestly, it's just an old car that the quality isn't good. But it's actually funner than some of these cars on this list, and let me get into it right now. Next, which is my number 3 on the list out of my 11 cars, is going to be my Porsche 992 GT3 6-speed PTS. So
Oh, it's
PTS
nice.
is
I
paint
like the
sample
color.
because this color is pretty much like one of
Yeah.
one. You can't get this color even if you wanted to. It's extremely rare. So this is obviously
that
a
color is
beautiful
nice.
car cosmetically on the outside. It looks
I just don't like how
absolutely beautiful.
Porsches are
They have
built
some
though. Like they
extremely
built so
fat
weird.
tires in the back. This is what I like to call my
Like the
second
back is
go-to
cool,
drift car
but the
in
front
entire
is just
fleet. I have 3
terrible.
drift cars in the whole entire fleet. And this is probably the funnest one if I'm doing donuts or maybe just like getting out of a corner. But if I really want to like do like 4 lanes, like how I like to do it, this is not the car for it, because since the engine is in the back, it pushes the car forward versus like the other cars that I have engines in the front. It's a lot easier to drift. So probably one of my favorite features about this car is going to be the actual rear of it. So we have a beautiful tail light that kind of
Bro, that's so crazy how he's literally saying the same things that I'm saying. First it was the color, now he's talking about the rear. Cause I ain't gonna lie, Porsches, I like the back, bro. The back be so hard, it looks so futuristic. But then the front, it kills me, bro. It's just so terrible in the front. But
obviously this super ideal wing. Yeah, I weigh 200 pounds, probably 205. You can really get on this, stand on it.
There's no way
Nothing's
this-
going to happen. It'll be
this nigga weigh 205, bro. I'm 100% sure that I'm way taller than bro, and he's at my desired weight. That's crazy. As y'all, well, for those that don't know, I work out a lot. You know what I'm saying? Go like at least 4 times a week. So he does as well. Like I don't know how many times he goes, but I know he be in the gym. So it's crazy. He at 205, which is the weight that I want to be at.
just fine. This is
And I weigh
actually
175
a
right now,
6-speed.
and I'm
so if we were to come into the
6
inside,
foot.
we have our 6-speed 992 with the bucket seats, which honestly it's super uncomfortable. I honestly hate getting in and out of this car. It makes it extremely uncomfortable to get in and out of the car. Not ideal, but honestly, who gives a shit? We're young, nobody gives a fuck. We obviously have our stock wheels right now, which not a big fan of. Usually every single other car in the fleet has aftermarket rims. For some reason, I just kind of stay with this little track look. I like the way it looks. And the previous owner that had it, for some reason, painted all of these parts glossy black. So they usually come about like it's like a matte black, and the previous owner painted it. I thought that it was a wrap. No, the guy like actually painted it. So I tried to take it off from the front bumper, and I tried to take it off from the side skirt, and it's paint. I feel like the guy fucked it up. We have 2 cup holders in this. So we have 1 cup holder right here, which you guys can know is actually cool. And then we have a 2nd cup holder over here, which honestly, I actually never use. So we have our GoPro mounts pretty much everywhere throughout the car, because usually, you know, we go drifting in this with the majority of the people. And this one, I've actually had it for about like 6 months almost.
I look like Amazon back there
I
with that blue thing.
paid $300,000 for this car, which at the time was like the peak of it. It's like as soon as it came out. Now it's probably worth anywhere from like 250, 240, especially the way I've driven it, and I have taken care of it. Oh, another thing, This thing is extremely reliable. It's been asking for a quart of oil for over a month, and we are still redlining it every single day. No issue, the car will turn on, does not matter what it has been put through. Also, it's a brand new car, so you can't really, judge it fully just yet. But what I will tell you is that this shit is reliable as fuck. This is not carbon fiber, and it's a fucking
Bro, why is everybody calling me right now?
fake carbon fiber on the roof and sold it as a real one. My windshield is cracked. So I was doing push-ups on it one day.
I knew I wasn't
for a
tripping.
video, and I sat on, I stood on it.
Bro, I literally watched. I was watching this man's story. I was like, bro, did he crack his windshield? Thought I was tweaking. I ain't gonna lie, I'm very observant. To the people that I do watch on social media and stuff, because I'm very picky on what I pay attention to. I had definitely peeped that, no cap.
And I cracked it. And then the crack has just slowly been going across the windshield.
Because that's how it was for my car.
Next is my number 5 on the list is going to be my wide body
Number
Urus.
5?
So this is actually the first Urus that I ever owned. And everybody and their mother has seen a Urus and owned the Urus. I'm like, you know what, if I'm gonna go buy a Urus, let's make it different. So I found this 1016 wide body Urus with every single spec checked out. Because I didn't want to just get another basic Urus. And honestly, I don't want to get a Urus at all. But I had a Rolls Royce Cullinan and I was super bored of it after 3 months. I'm like, you know what, I need a new SUV. And then I found this. So this is my new wide body
SUV, bro. You got 11 cars, dude.
I bought this at the same time as my twin turbo Lamborghini Performante, because I actually bought them together because they have the same exact look on them. They have the same color, the same wide body kit, same wheels, same everything, same interior. So obviously this car exterior wise is absolutely beautiful. So the wide body on this car is actually done very, very well. I've seen many different types of wide bodies and they look kind of cheap. This is very firm, sturdy. We obviously have the hood as well. A little bit of a turn off. It's not forged carbon, so it's a black hood. I thought it was gonna be forged carbon like the Lambo, which we'll get to there in a second. Moving on to the wheels, we have these ginormous 3-piece wheels that give it the aggressive look. Without these wheels, this car would not have this crazy look. And you can see how wide they are. Look how much of this shit sticks out. Look at this. You have a whole hand that sticks out from the car just because of these wheels alone, which gives it the aggressive look. We have a sunroof, which I am never a fan of, simply because in Miami it gets super hot and I never want to have the sunroof open. No TVs,
bro, that's the point,
no
brother.
section. So there's actually a 5-seater. No, the more exclusive Uruses, they're a 4-seater. It does have starlights, but everywhere around it because the sunroof takes up the majority of the space. Beautiful red interior with red stitching throughout the whole entire car. Something that I don't like about the Satin PPF is that over time you can see inside here that it will actually dirty because
I haven't been to sleep after work, man. I got off at
so you can see how
inside
there actually
9:30. It's currently 3:47 right now.
Edges of the PPF, which takes away from the little bit of the detail from it. Trunk space on this car is obviously pretty big. Something that I really do like about this car is that it came with a tune and an exhaust. So you can see we have Capristo exhaust, which this thing actually sounds fucking ridiculous for what it is, and it's fast as shit. I don't know how much they tuned it to or what they did to it, but it is super fast. Something about my cars is that I don't like doing the work on them myself. I already like buying a car that is built. Saves me time, saves me money, and it saves me the headache of having to deal with that shit as a whole. So over here they threw a little bit of the Mexican flag onto the car. I don't know why they do this on the Lambos. It kind of confuses me sometimes. The cars are Italian. They should put an Italian flag, not a Mexican flag.
That is the Italian flag. That's why I looked up. I'm like, wait, isn't that the Italian? That's the Italian flag. I know. I'm not tweaking, bro. Hold on. Gotta do my research. I'm pretty sure that's the Italian flag. It is. That's. I know. I was like, bro, they Italian. Look. That's literally the Italian flag. Come on, man. You gotta do your research, Alex.
Have your basic. Oh my God, it sounds so crazy, bro. So obviously in here it's just a regular Urus, just like another one.
Yeah, exactly, bro. That is Italian. That's what I'm saying.
Throughout the interior, you have massage chairs, which are actually very cool. And I personally love this.
I am subscribed to him on
my
my regular channel. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Bro has taught me so much. It's freaking crazy, bro. And we trade 2 completely different ways.
So you can see the aggression. I feel like everybody knows this already, but you can see the aggression. If we go from Strata, which is the base model, all the way to Corsa, you can see how the revs just start coming up a lot more aggressive. And you can actually hear it rev up. cold, so it's still warming up. Everything looks obviously very standard, you know, your dual screen on the Urus. This car, surprisingly enough, actually drives better on the high end than the Porsche. This car is an absolute beast, extremely reliable. Obviously gas, you know, you're gonna eat up gas because you have V8 twin turbo engine. There's really nothing else other to say than the Urus is absolutely beautiful, the way this one looks. And they're dogs, like you can literally beat on these things all day, every day. They're never gonna give you a problem. From the second I get in this car, I am accelerating it to the end until I get to my destination. The only thing this car will ask for is for gas, nothing else. The only thing I don't like is the way when you put it in Corsa, how the transmission shifts. It's a little bit more aggressive. Like it actually, like, you know, it's almost like if it's launching into the next gear. It's a little bit of a turn off. But aside from that, I have absolutely no complaints. The car is absolutely phenomenal. I would give it a 9 out of 10.
Bro, imagine you get that rich when they get to a point that you say, oh yeah, it's certain things within this car that is a turn off. Like what? I just imagine, oh yeah, this I don't like this this mode in this car. It's such a turn off. Like, dude, you have too much money, bro. You have too much money.
About $300,000 when I bought it about 6 months ago. Now, who knows, I'll probably take a huge L on it. Next is going to be another wide body that's in my car list. It's actually one of the most random cars that I've ever bought in, and it's going to be my wide body Dodge Charger Scat Pack. So this car was originally actually bought to give away with Fan Funded, which is a prop firm, but for sports bettors. So if you don't want to, you know, basically bet with your own money, you can use Fan Funded, and then they will bank you your own picks. So you can pretty much have risk-free when you're betting. And this car was to give away in that company, but it never happened. So we kind of just like forgot about it in my garage. And I hate this car so much because it rides like ass.
Damn.
Hey, want to know how I got
That's crazy, because that's the car that a lot of people want. You know what I'm saying?
5 months ago?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest. When I was looking for my first car, I did look at Scats.
Hear that rattle? Yeah, this thing has a couple bodies for sure. So obviously this car is loud, cool, but it's definitely not fun because I thought the driving experience was gonna be a lot better, but this car is a literal boat. So the interior of this car is, you have a trucker size steering wheel, or maybe I just got used to the other sports cars that are actually smaller and sportier. This thing is a little bit more beat up in terms of like the cosmetics here. But obviously we have very clean interior, 392 all over. It actually had a camera in the front so it can catch its victims that it would run over. I think I've driven this car 2 times and I've had it for like 4 to catch. 392 all over. It actually had a camera in the front so it can catch its victims that it would run over. I think I've driven this car 2 times and I've had it for like 4 months because it was supposed to give away. And I don't like driving the cars that I personally am gonna give away. And it realistically just sits in the garage and catches dust. I'm at the point now where we either might set it on fire. Man.
Set it on fire? Okay, now you tripping, bro. Hey, listen, Alex, my brother, you know what I'm saying? If you don't mind sending me the whip, you feel me? Give you the address. Just hit me up on the gram, man. Al that wavy. Okay. Might do a couple things with that, man.
We might just blow it up or probably just give it away.
Okay.
But I don't see myself driving this.
Bro got way too much. Blowing it up? Dude, what are we talking about? He said sending it up on fire, then blowing it up. Why? Just give it away.
And it really
just give it away.
Sits in the garage and catches dust. I'm at the point now where we either might set it on fire, we might just blow it up, or probably just give it away. But I don't see myself driving this car ever. It is not even a fun car to do donuts in. Like, I tried to drift it, and it obviously does drift, and it will get the job done. But nowhere near like the Porsche, and nowhere near like the M3 that I have, which is actually a lot more useful for drifting. This car is more for, it's like blow it up and make it catch fire, honestly. This shit is slow as fuck. My Maybach Sprinter is probably faster than this piece of shit.
Maybach Sprinter.
This thing, I mean, you can see the tires, like we obviously smoke them. Like you can literally see like some dirt back here. You can see how we do smoke the tires on this car, so we use it for what it is. But aside from donuts, this car is no good, no fun. But I just really think it is extremely, it just makes a lot of noise and it doesn't move.
Bro, imagine someone saying that the car of your dreams is no fun. Boy, I would be sick.
In terms of reliability, I've only driven it like 2-3 times. And I know these cars actually tend to be reliable from what I've heard. Don't have a lot of experience myself, but it's gotten the job done for the 2-3 times that I've used it. And I'll give this car like an overall 5 out of 10. And obviously, despite everything that I hate about it, the one thing that I do like is if, you know, you're kind of want to drift on a budget and you also want to have like a daily car. That's what this car would be perfect for. Probably like 6 years ago, before all this, you know, crazy lifestyle happened, I would have definitely owned this car. But now seeing what others can do, this would definitely not want to be my go-to. So I paid about, I think, $50,000 for this car. I mean, like, it looks good from like this angle, don't get me wrong, and I like it, but I feel like the driving experience, like for me, if the driving experience is not good, look at that, this shit's fucking even making me sneeze, bro. I can't deal with this shit. If the driving experience is not good, to me, it's, look at that, this shit's fucking, is the driving experience is not good, look at that, this shit's fucking even making me sneeze, bro. I can't deal with this shit. If the driving experience is not good, to me it's trash, honestly. Like, the car has to drive good, because you're driving, like, you buy a car because you drive it. And if when you drive it, it's ass, why are you buying it? Like, it can look cool, all right, but if you want to get a show car, this is not a show car. So the driving experience really throws it completely off for me. And honestly, I'm like super against like show cars. I think show cars is probably like one of the dumbest things you could ever do. Like, the point of a car is so you buy it and drive it, not so you just park it and look at it. Cars meant to be driven. Oh, another thing, if you buy a car and you don't drive it like a man, why did you even buy it? So every single car that has been here has been driven like a man. Even the Maybach. We tried drifting it the other night. That didn't go as planned. We almost ran into that wall over there. You can see the tire marks right there. Show cars, honestly, to me, is probably one of the dumbest things ever, because you're just, I mean, if you're obviously extremely wealthy and you just want to use it as art and a place to store money, cool. But for me, that I'm young and I want to actually be able to enjoy and live it up, I think the best thing that I can possibly do is actually drive the cars, not just look at them. Next on the list, coming at 8th place, is going to be my Maybach Sprinter. So I actually never thought I would buy one of these things. The purchase actually came extremely random. When I bought the Phantom, actually, literally the guy was like, yo, I want to show you something, just in case if you might want to get it. And he gave me a deal that I couldn't resist. And honestly, it's become like one of my favorite cars to use whenever I don't feel like driving. And it looks super low key whenever I want to ride low key. So this is my Maybach Sprinter, which honestly, all the fun part is realistically in the back. So we have a beautiful blue.
Bro is saying, bro just said a car, literally a car that I have never seen in my life before. He just called it low key. Like, brother, what? I have never seen this before until I seen his channel. Like, a Maybach Sprinter. I didn't even know that was a thing.
You guys can see that this is pretty much where I spend the majority of my time, which is just chilling back here. And it actually comes with a bunch of different range of things. So we have 2 different types of captain chairs, which obviously like our feet could pretty much like
really
roll
go
up.
Crazy on here. There's a lot of space, you know what I'm saying?
And completely be like an executive couch, but mobile, which is actually very cool. And obviously whatever happens for this chair, the same thing would happen for this chair. We have 2 little reclinable chairs right here, which these are actually, you know, they can go up and down if you have luggage or if you actually want to lay down. So I can completely move the chair forward, lay down, and this can be like a whole ass like little, you know, single bed. We also have a TV. So
that's tough.
This section right here, I click this button up, the TV does go up, and I have Wi-Fi, so I can put YouTube, honestly put whatever I want.
That's
and we
tough.
have pretty much like ambient lighting at
literally
nighttime,
live
so
in
it
that
looks
car,
like super,
bro.
super cool. Speakers in this thing are fucking crazy. It's like a mini club inside of this car. And we have a phone right there that you can like call straight into the driver if you want to do whatever it is that you want to do. You just click it, phones them in the front, and they will fix it. We also have trays in here. You know, you want to be working on the go, you could pretty much work on your laptop. I personally love this car, but one of the biggest turnoffs for me is a motion sickness. So I get really easy motion sickness. If all the windows are down on the car, which makes it look super, super cool because it's almost like a night vibe, then I would get motion sickness if the car is driving too fast. So I actually had to drive with the windows up. So if I were to...
How do you get motion sickness from driving a car, but then you do donuts in sports cars? How does that work? I don't really know what motion sickness is. I guess it's when you're sick, when you're moving at a very rapid speed. I mean, that's just what common sense is telling me. But the actual definition, I don't know. But it's just crazy to me that he says that when he's literally be drifting in all his other cars.
I actually click this button right here and then put close. You can see how all the windows actually close to the downside.
I keep yawning,
and it
fam.
pretty much
I'm
creates
not
literally
even
like a
trying to
cave in this whole
fight.
entire. So we come in and then we close the door.
We got to do though.
This whole entire thing is literally about to go like pitch black right now. So these lights are gonna automatically turn off and we're fully pitch black right now. So if I were to open the windows, then we would obviously be able to see a little bit on the outside. The only thing is that These are literal limo tints. So it's like 0. And if you would actually want to be able to see inside, you just turn on these strobe lights and then it'd pretty much be on. So it is pretty cool. Another con about it is the way the AC is set up. So we do have vents throughout the car everywhere here. So we have vents here, there, and on that side over there as well. But the thing is that with the Miami heat that, you know, we get 100-degree weather Fahrenheit pretty much every other day during the summer, it's not enough to keep the car cool. So you literally have to have the TV down so the AC from the front blasts into here and it kind of creates a okay temperature. But the majority of the temperature in here is actually really, really hot during the day. I do need a little bit of a con and not strong. Never use it. Honestly, use it. It's just kind of cool to know that you have it. Convenient. It will not haul out. Like a 9 out of 10. The only reason is because I can't drive it myself. So for me to actually enjoy it, it has to get driven. And sometimes, like, you know, I just want to be driving and it kind of sucks that I can't drive it to enjoy it fully how as it should. And then also the AC kind of sucks right now. So I do give it a 9 out of 10, which is very high. And honestly, I love it. Aside from the AC and the motion sickness, I have absolutely no complaints and highly recommend this car. Cosmetically on the outside, I don't know if this is like a cheap kit or something, but you can kind of see how like the Maybach thing is very, very, very cheap. It's like almost like peeling off, which is very weird. This is actually a wrap, so the car is actually gray under. But I love how the black looks because it looks super low key. You won't even notice that this is a Maybach inside the traffic. And cosmetically, I think it looks super, super subtle. And I love how it has the chrome rims, which kind of matches like the chrome aesthetics of the car. So outside of the car, I love it. Coming in at number 7 on my list is going to be my love and hate relationship with my twin turbo Lamborghini Performante. It's crazy, right? Some of you guys might think, why is this car number 7? Well, let me explain to you right now. This car is beautiful. It looks amazing, but it is I rather drive that. Actually, I might be lying. This is better, but that gives me less problems. This gives me more problems.
Then the Lambo.
I don't like it. I hate it.
It's crazy.
So this is my Lamborghini Performante with our Mexican flag right here on the door.
Italian, brother.
But this car, as you can see, is a perfect match to the wide-body Urus. That's why I bought them both together at the same time, because they look absolutely beautiful together. We make our way to the front of the car. You can see how we have a real forged carbon hood. So this is real forged carbon, and it was actually wrapped white to kind of give it the white detail throughout the whole entire car. You have a beautiful carbon, well, forged carbon front bumper. If we were to open the hood right here, you can see how we have.
Bro, one speed bumping is over with.
Why? Because we have bags. So these bags take up our whole entire front space, which you can actually hear them right now getting filled up or deflating or whatever it does. We make our way over here to this side. You can see how we have the same kit as we have on the Urus, but as well here. So we have our flares. We have our forged carbon on the vehicle on this side as well. And then we also have beautiful three-piece wheels, which these three-piece wheels
I can't make this up, yo. I seriously cannot make this up.
I actually like how these look, rather if they were to actually be white, they match the wide-body Urus. These three-piece wheels are like this kind of gold color. Looks very, very good. You obviously have the big brakes, makes the car, this car actually brakes faster than it accelerates. And then this is where the problems begin. Problems begin where the fun begins as well. And that is with this twin turbo Lamborghini kits by Sheepy. This is Sheepy build. So this is a Sheepy build twin turbo Lamborghini, and it looks ridiculous, right? You're riding around the highway with this, you're fucking spitting flames, making the craziest noises, but little do they know that you're not doing that by choice. You're doing that because the car is about to blow the fuck up. This car is fun, it is fast, but it is not reliable. I guess whoever built it, because I bought it built as well, and the person that did the bags and did the whole 9, something is wrong with it. I don't know if it's the computer, I don't know if it's the ECU. You can beat the shit out of the car for about 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, the computer gets hot and it starts tripping out. First gear won't work, third gear won't work, 5th and 7th. You only have 2nd and 4th gear. And all you have to do is turn it off, give it like a minute, turn it back on, and then it works perfectly fine. Like, there's just some type of electricity problem with it and tuning, which I know it's just a little detail at it, but I hate having the cars in the shop. I just feel like, why do I have the car if it's at the shop? I like having my cars at my house. So I've honestly left it like that forever, so I barely ever drive it. So another detail I do like about this car is how they did match the engine cover with the X-bar, which looks really cool because the X-bar, if you notice, it's the same exact color as the brake and the engine cover. Cool detail as the company and forged right here. Complete that working. Because I always ride around with to show it. Like, you want to show your twin turbo kit. Something also that I like a lot about this car is how thick it looks. Like, when you look at it from the back like this, it literally looks like a fucking beast. You have these super thick tires in the back, plus the twin turbo kit. Like, that right there just looks like an iconic car picture that somebody would have as their wallpaper. And I have it as a driveway taking up space that I fucking hate. I'm gonna replace it with something very soon. Could be a hypercar, could be another supercar, who knows? So coming in at number 4 in the list is going to be my BMW M3 F80. So this is actually like one of my funnest and like one of my favorite cars. It's actually like one of the cheapest as well. So I have never been a BMW fan in my whole entire life. I've actually hated BMW. I've been more of a Mercedes guy. Like, I would much rather have a C63, or at least I thought, a C63S versus an M3, but then I was completely wrong after I got this one. So this one is actually very, very nice because this is the M3 competition series. So we have obviously carbon fiber throughout the whole entire car. Literally we have the full carbon kit. Do all of them come with this hood? Yeah. Well, we have it as well. We have pretty much the basic standard wheels that the car comes with. And this car is actually red on the inside, which I didn't like and I was not a fan of. So I wrapped it the cheap way and I did not do the door jambs, which now I'm thinking of wrapping it white because like this is real carbon fiber, right? You see, this is not like the Porsche. This is real carbon fiber. You see the difference? So this car is honestly one of the craziest drift machines that mankind has ever created. This thing, I can drift 4th gear going 80 miles an hour and I'll be completely to one side and then I'll go to completely on the other side on the highway in Mexico. Remember, in Mexico. And I can do it with 5 people in the car with the street wet, no issue, even the street dry. So the car has a little bit of a tune, it has an exhaust. It's not super fast, like, you know, it just has enough power to drift with 4 people in the car going 80 miles an hour, which is always fun. And it smokes the fuck out of these tires like this. I probably change the tires on this like every 2 weeks because it smokes them so fast. Coming over to the back of the car.
Hey man, the title of this video gonna be a Forex DHS sleeping through a reaction, and it's not even on some like, oh, he's boring or lame, because this is really what I want to do. But bro, I am, like I told you, bro, I am
the back of it looks actually extremely nice because we also
I do want to see.
I think we hit a little bit fun car. This is a fun. This car was manual.
Oh no, that interior like crazy. Oh, tough. I do want to see like what's his
like
number one and stuff.
Like, just this car absolutely reliable. 5 out of the glue, like when you drive, have absolutely. It's a promo, fan funded. So it was like a viral truck at that time, and fan funded is viral, so we pretty much took advantage.
Is this Cybertruck?
So this truck actually surprised me more than I
think that's what it's called.
Own a Cybertruck. Obviously now it's like super redundant, a bunch of people have it, but I've had this for about like 3 to 4 months almost. I was the first person in Florida to ever have a Cybertruck after Pharrell. So I know Pharrell Williams was the first person to have it. I was the second person. So we obviously took advantage and we're like, you know what? This is a perfect moment. It's a promo, fan funded. So it was like a viral truck at that time, and fan funded is viral, so we pretty much took advantage. So this number 6 constantly has short. It's a tank, it's huge. The interface in the car is actually really cool. The way you open the doors, really cool. Very entertaining on how it does that. I actually like how it looks in the original color as well, but the wrap is what makes it pretty much very unique. So we have it with the purple on it. You know, we could have not done the fan funded on it, but you see, perfect example, 20%. And we've barely driven this thing. So we have it for it.
We will buy a funded challenge for you and pass it with a full 100% guarantee. And you don't pay us a single penny until we pass it.
Whenever we lock it, for it to quack. And we've tried to drift it, and it just doesn't do it. We almost flipped the fuck out of this. Coming in at number 1 on my list is going to be my 2021 Ferrari 488 Pista. So this, I've probably had it for about 3 weeks, and it has very quickly become the #1 car on my list. And honestly, I'm extremely surprised by this car because this is my first Ferrari that I have ever owned. So I've had pretty much every single Lambo, I've had every single type of McLaren. So I've had a 570S, I had a 720S,
yep, 720S.
I also have a 720S.
Well, he said 5? Oh yeah, this is 720S right here.
Oh, I just bought off Steve will do it. And this tops every single one of those cars. I am
Crazy.
extremely surprised the way this car performs, the way this car drives, the speed of this car, the way it handles. And honestly, this is one of the sexiest looking cars. I've actually been extremely against buying one of these cars for a very long time because of the price, because I paid $555,000 for this car, which honestly, I hated it. The fact that a Ferrari is worth that much. But after buying it, I am totally for it, because I had a Lamborghini SV and I paid $500,000 for it, and I thought it was worth it because of the V12.
All right, listen, yo, that's gonna be the end of this reaction. You know what I'm saying? I did want to see what was number one. That was the Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? But I'm finna go and get in the shower and then go to sleep. I'm tired. I do got work tonight. So, with that being said, y'all make sure y'all stay safe out here. Y'all traders, y'all keep attacking the markets. I'm telling y'all, man, that crib is coming in 2024/5. You know what I'm saying? I meant to say that crib coming in at age 21. You know what I'm saying? Just turned 21 yesterday. Appreciate all the birthday wishes for those that did give me that song. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, y'all traders, y'all keep attacking the markets. Everybody else, man, y'all stay safe. Forex DHS is out.